All right, like I said, I have these strawberries that I wanted to throw in here. We're going to use a lot of strawberries in here to definitely use as ground cover. And you can see I used some of the old wood that I cut, the scraps from my sawmill, and I just lace it out, you know. They act as like a nursery log, which creates a lot of that mycorrhizal fungi that we need that's so beneficial to the ground. And I use some of that mulch too. So I got about almost 3 bags, about a bag and 2 bags and a half here, just on the strawberries alone. And we're gonna keep building this up a little bit more. So we're gonna find some other stuff to put in here. But I just wanted to show that before we get into this week's video, which is gonna be opening a cherry tree to an open center. We're gonna prune it up. So stay tuned for that, and I'll show you how I do it so that we get the success I've been getting. Just like that. There you go, the sun's coming down. All right, we're about to get started on some of that pruning. But before I get to that, I have a few other plants I gotta go here. These are Nanking cherries. I got them from, that's Zero Fox Tree Corp or Crops. And yeah, so they're doing pretty good. They were probably half this size when I started. But yeah, like you guys have been watching my show or watching my video or my channel here, you'll see that I do tree, this is a mulberry, bush, tree, bush, tree, and that's kind of how I do it this way. And then later as I go, I'm just going to keep filling it in, right? So these cages have been working really well for me. So I'm going to keep doing that, probably make a few more cages because I have a few other chestnuts to get in the ground. But yeah, I just wanted to show you that real quick before we get into the pruning. This is my fire pile here. Hi, welcome back to Branching Out. I'm Curtis Hanlon. This weekend I'm just going to be showing you how to open up this cherry to an open center. We're going to prune it down and we're going to prune it to height as well. So you can tell that right back in here there's one really tall branch going out the middle, and I don't want that there. So we'll use our little hand pruners here from Edo there. We'll get one of these and we'll just do a quick cut. Remembering to cut on the back side, so when you come through it doesn't peel off the bark and cause more damage than necessary. So that's the first cut we're gonna make. So stay tuned. We're gonna open this cherry tree up to an open center or an upside down umbrella style of fruit pruning. So as you can see, it's already kind of opened it up quite a bit, right? And then we have this one here that is so tall that I'm not going to be able to reach up there. So what we want to do is bring it down just a little bit, and we're going to make sure that none of the branches are going towards the middle. Everything else has been taken care of, and I'm going to wait until spring to do any more pruning, whether it's dead, dying, or diseased. We're just not going to worry about it. So let's get into some of this height pruning. When we're coming out to some of these height ones that we want to cut to an open leaf or an open bud, so that it kind of comes this way, because that's what we're trying to do. We don't want another bud going that way, because then it'll grow back inside next year. I'll have to cut it off again. So that's what we're going to do. Let's get on to that, and then I'll kind of speed things up a bit and kind of go around and show you the height at which I want to go, which is anything just above my arm right here. Maybe one more hand or this much. That's it. Okay, you can see I'm pretty much to the top of here. Some of these I have to grab, but I'm not going to cut them all this year. I'll wait until springtime and see how well the tree fares. But we're not doing a hard prune, so we don't want to lose more than 30% of this tree. So we got the big stake in the back. We got one off of here, one coming into the middle. And then I basically went around and cut everything to outward so that they go outward branches. So we're gonna move on to the other cherry tree and see if we can find some a little more where to cut exactly, maybe some more branches that are facing inward, so that you get a better idea of what you should take away at this time of year while it's going dormant. Now, believe it or not, this tree is going dormant. The leaves are starting to fall off. And don't forget, I cut all the branches and used it as mulch around the tree. Best fertilizer you can have for a tree is the tree itself, mainly the leaves. But yeah, definitely use it as a mulch and don't waste it because it's useful. Okay, so you can see we're onto the other cherry tree here. Now these were some of my first cherry trees, my first adolescent, I don't know what you want to call them. They were about 5 feet tall when I put them in, and they were the second trees that I put in were down here, including these plums and this apple over here. This is a Granny Smith apple, which pretty much struggles every year, but she's doing all right this year. Not too bad, not too bad. Got some growth in there. But anyways, yeah, we're back over to here at this cherry tree here. And like I said, I wanted to show you, you can see that this one right here is basically going straight in. So we're gonna snip that one off. We don't want that going into the inward part of the tree. It helps nothing. So this one here too, you can see this branch, the leaf's in the way, but this branch right here, we're gonna cut that off right here at the knuckle too. So you wanna see this right there. Right there, see how there's nice cut there? Because there's hormones in those little knuckles there that'll help with the healing factor part of it. So we're gonna go in here and we need to cut out at least, I think, one big branch in there. It's gonna be this one up here, this one right there. So we're gonna take that out. So let's get that out of there. Well, you can't see this last one here. I'm just gonna snip that off. It's going into the middle a bit. Put a little mulch down. We opened her up, opened up some of the bigger stuff again. I don't have to be exactly there. If I can go like this and touch it, it's doing okay. Like I said, up here, maybe we'll snip that one off just above the bud there, and that should come this way. And that's about it, really. It's not brain surgery, really. You don't need to cut as much as you can off in the first year. We'll cut some off next year. We'll see how it grows. We'll do a little bit more. What we're still gonna do is keep focusing on opening it up. We want it to just spread right out. All of these scaffolding branches, like this one and this one and this one, we want them to go that way. And when they get too long and they start to droop down a little bit, we'll snip them back. They'll get a little more girthier, allowing the strength in the wood into that scaffolding to add more branches to it. So again, that's it for that tree. That's it for this tree. We topped another tree down there. And that's pretty much it for this week. We're gonna be working on some other stuff, so stay tuned. I still have to get into pruning my grape trellis there on my grapes, so that's gonna be a video to watch, so stay tuned. Come back next week, we'll make another video. Stay safe. Have a good one.